charging the camera at the same time because I forgot. Oh, I forgot to do that. Come here. You gonna stop? Hey, come here. Try this thing go. Patrick got a math yesterday because he had a little flea bites. He likes to jump in the bushes with the freaking coyotes, man. The freaking king of the wolves, you know? Oh, where are you going? Here? Come here. Come here. Ugh. Nice day for a walk. I mean, it looked like it was all gloomy out, but let's go grab some glasses. This is gonna be too damn bright for my eyes. I don't know about you, but my eyes are sensitive to light like no tomorrow. These ones. Okay, you ready? Hey, Lola, quit barking. Okay, now, let's go. Oh. Yeah, so I've been just freaking the last 2 days just going hard on an AI estimating tool. I don't know how the industry, so stupid. You know, I worked in the solar industry for like 10 years, and you know, the thing I'm working on, morning, afternoon, whatever, the shit I've been working on is like real tech. You know, they had so much investment prior to the Biden administration, so much, and I mean, their stocks went to the moon. Not gonna fucking happen again. You guys are just adding zero value. But that's okay. I can do it, and that's what I'm building. So I got like the prototype up. It's actually not more, it's more than a prototype. It's fully functional. So I got AI Dale built into the website. So if you have questions, you got basically a chat GPT that's solar specific to talk about stuff. And then the tool that I've been working on, that's the pricing, right? My whole thing is to get rid of salespeople because they're part of the fucking problem. Not just the contractors in the industry, but the damn salespeople making, you know, $10,000-$15,000 off your ass, and you finance their goddamn commission like no tomorrow. And you think the automotive industry, you think sales guys just get to set their pricing and make whatever the fuck they want to make? Oh yeah, I can sell this Mach-E, you know, for $60,000 to this idiot, you know, just because, like, ridiculous. So no, there's caps on stuff. So that's what I've been trying to do, and I'm glad the current administration, Trump's getting rid of the damn tax credit. That's gone. You guys are fucked. I sent out the email before they even announced that the bill was going to be passed, before it even passed. But yeah, at the end of the year, tax credit, 30% tax credit for the solar industry, at least in the residential side, is going to be gone. So if you're going to go solar, you want to get a battery, you want to get a Powerwall, and you want a tax credit, or you're going to benefit from a tax credit, it's not a rebate, you're going to want to do it this year. You got 6 months to get into contract and get some shit going. Now, you either want to go with Tesla, right? Tried and true. They're not perfect by any means. You know, no one's perfect, but they do a lot better than most people. And they'll actually be around. Now, the alternative is Qcells, and that's who I've been working with. Afternoon, and Qcells actually makes the modules for Tesla. So Tesla white labels the panels that Qcells manufactures in Georgia, here in the United States. So pretty bitchin'. I don't have any gripes with Qcells, and Qcells I've consulted and done marketing before. They just kind of, you know, some people are like, hey, the Koreans are kind of like the Italian mafia. Yeah, no, they are. They are. Except the Italians are a bit more loyal. The Koreans just take your information and then fuck off. You know, that kind of pisses me off. So, because I consulted with them and said, hey, you're going to get to a point where you're going to realize you're going to need to be an installer. You're going to probably want to be the bank too. Now, I didn't say that they should go and buy a financing company, but I did say they probably want to start buying installers or start building out a network of installers. You know what they say during the meeting, because I've met with, you know, different C-level executives, and Zoom calls and whatnot, you know, Microsoft Teams and whatever it was, and they were like, no, we wouldn't want to do that. Why would we want to do that? Okay, well, because that's what the industry is going to need. You need honesty in this space. You need integrity. You need trustworthiness, and that's not what you get by doing business the way it's being conducted. So that's why so many contractors in the solar space go out of business, is because there's a lot of dishonesty and no consistency within it. You know, and then the manufacturers don't back their warranties, or they're very difficult to deal with. Man, that was a big one, Nugs. I figured you had to go. All right, hang on. Set this down. I got the battery because I need to charge it. Now, I trained him to poop in the bushes in case I didn't want to pick it up. I don't know why more people don't train their dogs to just poop in a bush if you're going to be lazy. Good boy. All right, but back to Qcells. So, you know, I digress on Qcells, and they came to me. They were working on an optimizer, and it's just such a bad design. Fucking whole team comes in, and it's like there's like 8 guys. It's like, oh, this is confidential. It's like no one gives a shit. Then they come out with a microinverter instead, which is better. But I think the optimizer they should have still been developing an optimizer. Their software is shit over there. Their software. It's not like the worst, but you know, they're still white labeling their batteries. Their modules are great. That microinverter, I don't think it's a white label, but I'm really not 100% sure, because there's a lot of false advertisement, you know, in the space. Companies be like, oh yeah, this is 100% manufactured in-house, you know, and then come to find out, no, they fucking buy it from some random company in China, slap their name on it instead. It's like, okay. And it's like, well, we don't have control of the software because we don't make the product. It's like, yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. So when you have issues with a battery that's white labeled, it's really hard to get it fixed, because you call the company, right? And then what do? They call the manufacturer of the actual product, because they don't fucking know. They're like, hey, this is an issue we're having. So you got like a 3-way call going. But you have to wait for them to call you back, because they can't just help you on the phone. They're like, okay, we'll take your ticket. We'll give you a call. And it's like, well, I'm out in the field now. It's like, okay, well, we'll call you. Stupid shit. So batteries, I would strongly encourage you to just get a Powerwall. Modules, you're totally safe with Qcells. And the tool that I've built lets you literally go online and build your own shit. Like, and I even built in like an estimating tool, so you can kind of estimate what your energy production is or consumption is. It's not laid out on your roof or anything. The 3D modeling is a bit intricate, and you know, that's something to still explore, but I'm trying to streamline it so it's easy for you, like getting insurance. It shouldn't be this fucking complicated. It's like, hey, this is how much power I use, or hey, I don't know how much power I'm using. Can you help me figure out what system I want? Right? And then if you need a consultation, you pay for the consultation. But if you want the system, bam, you hit generate. It generates the pricing. It generates everything that you selected, that we guided you through. You can override some of the settings. Like, yeah, maybe we tell you 27 panels, and you're like, nah, I want 30. Like, okay, cool. Then you change that, and then it regenerates the proposal for you. Simple. Here's your updated pricing. Hey, do you want critter guard? Do you need an electrical panel upgrade? Are you planning on buying an EV? How much energy do you think you're going to need additional on top of what your home's consuming? It's not that hard, but man, you talk to these sales guys that have been in the industry a whopping 30 minutes at your door, but they act like they know the fucking whole damn thing. Just lie through their teeth just to get you to sign something so they can make 10 grand and relax for the next 3 months, and then they get back out there work harding just to find another sucker to fucking pay them $10,000-$15,000 in commission. Don't do it. We're doing flat rate consultation fees, and since I'm using AI tools, I'm making it super inexpensive because it has to get that way, especially when the tax credit's gone, right? So, yeah. Oh, there goes an ID buzz. Patrick. How's it going?
Morning.
Morning. It's like, hi. Oh. Huh. So it's just, but our fee, what's our fee? It's $100. $100 measly dollars. Normally, if you don't use our tool and you need to, chat with us directly, then I'm charging you $240. But it's like if you use the tool and you go, nope, this is exactly what I wanted. This is perfect. Cool. All right, I'll pay the $100. You pay the $100, and you get that system. And it's going to be installed by Qcells, and they are partnering with other companies as well. And I'm definitely going to make strong recommendations on organizations in which they should avoid and or partner deeper with, but also at the same token, I'm there to service the system too. So if you do have issues and you're at least in my area, I'm going to do my best to service it. That's why I have pricing up on my thing. California revised the handyman laws. So, now a project can be up to $1,000 without needing a contractor's license. Trust me, I'm more than adequate and certified to help you in a lot of different areas, whether your system stopped working or whether you just need a consultation. And, I'm definitely trying to do it at fair pricing. I was saying the solar industry 6 years ago, I was saying this industry needs service. How does an industry have zero service departments? You call around, most of these companies have zero service departments, and they won't service your shit unless you bought it from them. There goes EOS Fitness. Yeah, I didn't go on a run yesterday or today. I'm just, head's a little, energy's low. Listening to my body, trying to get some extra sleep in. I'm like transitioning off of Alexa Pro on some other stuff. And, yeah. But that's beyond the point. Taking Patrick on his little walk. He's like, yeah. Little campy campers. Oh, we got some math over here. Anybody do any geometry? Trigonometry? Spatial ometry? Spaceometry is one that we haven't developed yet, where there's no direction. Like in space, what is really up and what is really down? What are our reference points to that? Do we even know? Have you ever given any thought to that? On how space is? How's it going? And that's a truck to unload them damn lawnmowers out of at each site. Ooh, look at these roses right here. These are pretty. Look at these guys. Wow. Super pretty. If you didn't know, you can turn the camera around. So it moves. You can click on stuff in the screen and zoom in and zoom out. So, but yeah, so I'm pretty excited for the tool. I'll probably include a link down in the description below if you want to mess with it. Like I said, it's still in its beginning stages. Pricing's right though. I do have the pricing built in right, and I am working on getting some other partners in there. Axia's on it right now, and yeah, I think it's a pretty good platform. But yeah, the solar industry got a bunch of money during the last Trump administration, a ton of money. And what did they do? They swindled it away. Swindled it away. Did they make any meaningful investments in anything? Nope. They are the fakest tech companies on this planet. Enphase, I've been saying for a minute now that their stock should be under $50, and it finally is under 50, and finally there's a barrier above it. It's like, goodness. It's not worth buying anything in the solar industry at that price, because they're not. They're fake tech. Fake tech. Enphase probably has the most polished software. And I would say then SolarEdge. But I mean, Tesla's the best one out there, 100%. If you want a battery that's going to have an honest warranty and not going to be incompatible in a year or two with the next battery, that's going to be Tesla for you. It makes no sense. Enphase is an AC coupled battery, and it only works with their microinverters. They were looking at making it work with other batteries, and yeah, that didn't happen. I don't even know. And then the new battery, the 10C, when I saw that, oh my goodness, I'm like, these guys, geez, what are you doing? You need to pay someone like me to come in and help you, you know? Yeah, I'm expensive, I get it, but hey, your stock's still like $46 a share, so why don't you just pay me in a couple of shares and call it a day? Bless you, Nugs. Sneezer McGeezer. Why don't we walk to the end down here? He likes the grass. He likes to pretend he's a Pokemon when there's tall grass. He's like, gotta catch 'em all. Patrick the pug. You can follow him on Instagram, Patrick_McDouglas. Yeah, I'll include a link down in the description below. I don't post much on his Instagram. His mom manages that, and she don't post much on his Instagram these days. She used to, but you got enough followers. You got some extra poops in there. Yeah, a little pooper McGee. You know, he reminds me of, a lot of people say the Men in Black pug, but he really reminds me of Nibbler from Futurama. Like, straight up. If you know what I'm talking about, it's friggin' Nibbler. Come on, little guy. I'm like, okay, there's some poop. I'm gonna wipe your butt? Okay. Alright, give me 2 seconds. Got a battery, I can't just do stuff. I do reuse the bag. Okay, don't go far. They're holding you on the camera. Why's your willy out? What's going on? And here's an idea for a bag design. Anybody? If it kind of sub-closes at each section, that way you can reuse it like 2 or 3 times and it not be all like kind of gross to reuse. I'm like, I don't understand why the bag doesn't just do that, where it kind of has like sections where you can kind of seal it. So it's like, cool, I picked it up, and then cool, I seal it, and now I'm holding it. That's sealed, and then, oh, he pooped again, cool, I can reuse that bag. It's great for ones like this, when you're out walking around. I wouldn't say it's for everybody, but when you reuse a bag because you're walking around, it would make it easier. I typically can only reuse it like 2 or 3 times, but it's a simple design to add like a little sealing mechanism. These are biodegradable bags too, so yeah, check out the estimate tool. I want to help you make the switch to clean renewable energy. The best pricing you're going to get is going to typically be from Tesla, but I think the pricing I'm getting from Qcells is rather aggressive. They do have their Q Home Core. If you're really not like trying to get anything over the top and you just want a really good system that's affordable, it's not bad. And I'm not really worried about the product long term. It is going to be pretty solid, technologically speaking. It has some limitations in regards to system sizing, so keep that in mind. And their microinverters look really promising with their Qtron modules. Man, those Qtron modules are just freaking OP. But like I said, this is the last year of the 30% tax credit. Thank you, Trump administration. The solar industry needed some growing pains. Are you going to likely see pricing come down this year? No. I think it's going to be about as aggressive as it can be, especially if you work with me, because I'm really giving you basically the raw price. Whatever the price is that I can get from them, being a partner, as a salesperson, I'm passing that right on to you, and just charging you that $100 flat fee for handling and putting together the contract. Because once you use my proposal tool, since it's not fully integrated into their back end, because these companies don't know how to even make a tool like I just built. If they did, it would have existed already. Instead, I love seeing the ads like, oh yeah, here's your estimating tool. No have to worry with, what's that one, like Mona Lisa or one? It's like, oh yeah, you don't have to deal with any salespeople, and all you do is deal with salespeople. Or Energy Sage, all you do is deal with sale. All they do is resell your information. I'm not out here reselling your information. I am collecting data, but that's just for me. That's for renewable innovations, research and development. So, because that's all I've done for the last, 30 years of my life, I would say, probably 25, but it's just research and development, mostly on human psychology. Shout out to the women. You guys are always fun. Trying to understand you. The number one solution to an upset woman, she's hungry. Just feed her. She might need a hug too. That's always option 2. But yeah, it's fun. See, that's an end phase system over there with a disconnect. It's clean. It's just like a little over the top for an electrical sub panel, in my opinion. How's it going? Just having a good day, I guess. Yeah, I really want to help as many people. Right now, I only have the pricing built out for California. Well, technically, no. I do have it built for Texas and Florida. It should function. I've only been testing the California pricing, but yeah, I haven't built in the maps configuration because Texas and Florida have subregions that you may or may not be able to be in. So, that's, again, there's a lot of back-end stuff that I'm still developing on it, and it'd be nice if I had more partners. So if you don't mind becoming a partner and onboarding with us as a contractor because you want to be part of our pricing tool and use our pricing tool, that would be awesome. Or if you want me to build you your own one for your company because you are concerned that your sales guys aren't going to be able to make $8,000 anymore per project, and sales are going to be a lot harder without a tax credit, then yeah, hit me up. I can happily build you out that website. It starts off at $2,500. It's actually on my website already. It's pinned on there. Got a couple avenues for you to do if you wanted open solar for a proposal tool, or you want it really built into your own website with your pricing. And then if you want ongoing maintenance and service, that would be $500 a month. Because pricing adjusts, equipment adjusts, so it might change. I might reduce that later, but for right now, because it's such a small market of businesses, if you want to be in the sustainable space and you want to survive, you're probably going to want to talk to someone like me rather than some of these other companies that are promising the world to you. And I'm not promising the world to you. I'm just building you what needs to be done. So people like this can just get solar, right? Adding the roof layout stuff is something I'm going to work on. It's just not a high priority because you got to go out there anyways. That's part of the service. You should be going out there and figuring this shit out, right? You should. As if you got a tool where the customer built out the quote, man, that means customer service better be top notch. You better show up, be like, okay, so I got your proposal, everything looks good. I'm out here to confirm the roof condition, do an estimated layout, make sure we can fit everything as you want, right? I mean, obviously some people might need 50 panels. Their roof may not support that. It may not have enough space for it. So it's especially with stupid fire setbacks, when was the last time you seen a fireman get up on a roof? Most jurisdictions, the rule is if the home's been on fire for more than 30 minutes, they're not allowed to get on the home. So kudos to that rule, right? Now, I can understand you want a rule for service and maintenance, but don't call it a fire setback. That's just, and it don't need to be all the way 3 feet and top left. LA's the worst with it. Those guys act like they fucking know everything. It's like, you guys are the dumbest people when it comes to regulations, you know? Over the top. Over the top. That's what we need in LA. We need some people to get rid of some of those guys and remove some of these restrictions, because y'all just make it unnecessarily difficult for people. You know, but a lot of it also comes down to just bad business practices in the solar industry. So people taking shortcuts and whatnot, but really, what's it matter if the solar array goes all the way to the edge of the roof? I can get it. You don't want it hanging off. Look at this one, the tile set out. That's a solar edge system. With the discoloration, I've always been so confused on why they're plastic discolors. It's like a year or two later, it's yellow. Now, I thought about it, and I'm like, well, what's the most common stucco color? It's kind of like a yellowy beige. So I don't know if that was what they were going for, but it does typically like blend in. Tesla has their string inverter, which is really good. If you just need a solar inverter. Fronius has a pretty good inverter too, though the one thing I really only like about it is their global MPPT tracker for optimization. They have like string level optimization using an algorithm. Initially it told me I was like AI, and then they kind of backtracked and it was like, well, it's just an algorithm. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I mean, that's what AI is. It's aggregated information. It's not artificial intelligence. Yeah, artificial intelligence is your fucking brain, people. You know, thoughts don't just appear out of nowhere. Yes, they do. That's artificial intelligence, right? That's God speaking to you. I don't know what else it would be. So, you know, we have a solar system over here with a renewable meter. So that one must have been a lease or a PPA. Then we have one coming up here on the satellite dish. Those are LG panels up on the roof. I can tell because LG did that style for a while with the white back shading. Panasonic was making solar modules for Tesla for a while. Where'd those bricks come from? I'd be like, building the house brick by brick. Yeah, that's me. Building things one project at a time. Streambot, it's coming along. You know, got that. I haven't restarted the iOS code, but I technically have it built for Linux. It's functioning. It was functioning. I disassembled it and then returned it. But yeah. So yeah, let me help you go solar. I know Axia isn't perfect. They are a relatively new company. Qcells not. Qcells been around since 1999. Great. The modules were originally manufactured in Germany. Some of them still are. Now they're mainly manufactured here in the United States, so that's great. Qcell is partnered with Tesla because Tesla uses Qcell modules. They used to use Panasonic, but they dropped Panasonic because Panasonic doesn't believe in freedom of speech. Might get a cease and desist letter for this shit. But yeah, you guys sent me a cease and desist letter because you didn't like my opinion of comparing your module against an REC panel, which you were white labeling. It's like, well, that's our business. It's like, well, that's what everybody in the industry is known. You know, you guys closed your factory, from my understanding, in Buffalo. I mean, and I remember reading articles. I read articles that you guys are soft exiting the solar industry. Yeah, Panasonic's still around, but I'm not saying Panasonic's going out of business. No one said that. It was just, you know, what's the value of your guys' triple guard protection? Just extra peace of mind to call the manufacturer? Okay. It's like, technically the technology that Panasonic uses was developed by Sanyo Electronics, and you guys bought it. And that's fine. That's fine. You guys have the HIT module's fucking amazing. But what happened? That heterojunction cell hit a bottleneck, and it wasn't evolving. The rest of the industry started surpassing 330 watts, and your panel stayed at 330 watts. So what was going on there? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't care, because most of the technology's moved on. LG really set the course for it with their Neon R. RIP for sure. That Neon R was wow. what an amazing module. And it was priced so aggressive, smoking Maxion, sheesh Louise. And they were made in Alabama. I think Jinko Solar ended up buying that factory and those tools for their Eagle line. And then, yeah, I wouldn't mess with Maxion. I mean, they're a good panel, but wait, they're so overpriced. It's like these guys. It's like, what am I buying a space panel? Like, why is it, like, literally their panels will be 2 to 3 times more than a Qcell, than Panasonic even. Like, seriously. And it's like, well, it's because the back is solid copper. Well, shit, I didn't know copper was the same price as gold. Like, holy crap. You know, it's just ridiculous. See, those are LG modules up there. Little white diamonds. But yeah, my goal ultimately is to have a more customizable proposal so you can pick your racking, you can pick your equipment, you can pick your installer, and I have different pricing based upon things. Like, if we kind of separate it a little bit, it does help mitigate some of it. The problem is I can't do it completely due to financing limitations. So, though Open Solar did exactly what I was looking to do, and they brought in like the ability for sales reps to offer financing regardless of who the contractor is. Like, let the homeowner get an unsecured loan. I don't see what the problem is. Is it going to be the best rate? No. Maybe if they have good credit. I don't know, but that's irrelevant at the end of the day, right? And this guy really wanted to go on a walk. You just let him pick his route. You know, pit stop in the shade here soon. I had like a whole thing of bacon for lunch. I had an avocado, some toast with olive oil on it, and then I like cooked the whole thing of bacon and just ate that. So it's just crazy how busy the street is, you know? It's just like, yeah, I think my tool is going to be really helpful and effective, and the more partners I have in it, the better. And if you want it for your business, I can build the tool for you too. You ain't trying to be a dick and be like, oh, I'm the only guy that should have this. It's like, no, this is what the industry's been in need of. And none of y'all have obviously any resources within the tech industry like I do. Fuck. He's starting to slow down. He's like, oh crap, this is a long walk. We can take a minute in the shade, Nugs. Oh, okay. We'll throw you in the pool. But yeah, I mean, this is something I wanted to build a more advanced tool at my past employers, but they weren't. He's like, I'm a contractor, I don't make software. Okay, that works for me. I quit. I'll go make software. I can make software without anybody. I can do it. I've done it. I've been doing it. AI helps a ton, and that was what's so awesome about the Stripe session, because they know the next emerging market is content creators. So people like me that just grab a camera, ramble on some shit, just letting you get some experiences in. On Nugs. I'm fun to follow on X because, man, I just post on the most random stuff. Some of it good, some of it bad. I'm still trying to figure out this algorithm and how so many chicks end up on it. It's just like, goodness, what is X at this point? I don't remember Twitter being this way, but I didn't really use Twitter before. So, but I do like how I get a lot of the White House and press secretary stuff, and I do like some of the Trump media that I get in there. There's some good golf stuff when you see some of the golf. But man, you do get a lot of explicit content. It's like, wowzers. It's a little wild. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the bike lanes around here. It's stressful. How's it going? Temecula is such a weirdly developed area. It really is. You gotta come out here and live out here for a minute and go, this is weird. It's like, I came from Palm Springs, and before I lived in Temecula, before I moved to Palm Springs, I lived in Hemet. Hemet's infrastructure actually is designed pretty well. And it's like, rack on top of it. But Palm Springs is probably my favorite infrastructure development, and just how it flows consistently. You have nice quiet areas, like communities are communities. You have areas to ride bikes. It's, I don't know. You gotta love hate with everything I do. What are we doing? We got the Temecula Valley backflow. You're just chilling. You're like, oh, rest break. Gotta pee on this bush. You got some more poops? And they start circling. If you got a dog, and they start circling. They're like circling and circling and circling and shit. Oh, he's digging a little hole, like he's gonna poop in it. Oh, actually had a good poop. Good poop. Nice. Nice. We're gonna grab another bag. I got some dingles. Well, you can shake it off. And he knows he's gotta wait. I gotta pick it up. He's like, okay, I gotta wait. Oh boy. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, I want to help a lot of businesses. I specialize in business consulting. Got Dr. Cantor coming out. We're shooting a 360 virtual tour of his office, of his dental office. So it's going to be really fun. That'll be up on Google Street View once we do that. And then we're obviously getting some still photos of his office. Trying to keep your content fresh online is important. And for any business, especially with Google Business. Now, Apple does have Business Connect. It's a new kind of thing that they're slowly rolling out. They're way behind on the business side of things, which is expected because they're way behind on a lot of things. I mean, I really feel Apple's gonna turn into like a lesser Microsoft. I really see them going backwards. I don't see how they keep this sustained. I feel the momentum of their product lines are going down. And, I've gotten some gripe over my assholiness of my M4 experience. And it's like, it's not a good product. It's kind of shameful that they have these products that are really weak in the lineup. And they're not even budget friendly. It's like I could understand that base model M4 being $399, not $599. Now we're talking with it being $399. I don't even know why they don't make the damn thing here in the United States. Like, seriously. Or closer. I digress. The M4 Pro, that base model being, it's more than double. You gotta see that. We gotta think that base model on the M4 is $600. The base model on the Mac Mini with the M4 Pro is $1399. It's $1,400. It's more than double. More than double. Are you getting double for your money? No. Are you getting more reliable power? Yes, you're actually getting a machine that is functional. I can actually use it and it doesn't feel like it's bottlenecking or lagging. It's still not enough computing power for 360 content, but it's a lot more than what you would expect from many other things. So, yeah. It's pretty important. Patrick, come on, let's keep walking. Don't lick the damn pole. Jeez Louise. Hey. But yeah, the next model up is, now they've refreshed the Mac Studio recently with an M4 Max, but it's still using the M3 for the Ultra, which is like $2,000 more from the M4 Max. Now, when you look at financing it, right, I spent $1,400 on my Mac Mini with an M4 Pro, 24 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs storage. Not a lot. But it suffice. It's doable. It's way better than the M4 with 16 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. It's like your phone's got more computing power than that thing. How's it going?
Oh, hi. See you there. Yeah. This is a brand new one, too. She's not trained yet.
That's good. So, yeah, the question now is, because I think on the finance it was the Mac Mini with the M4 Pro was like $136 a month, something like that. Well, when I look at the Mac Studio, it's $166. It's $600 more, but I'm getting like 32 gigs of RAM. I think it's 36 gigs of RAM. No, they're not trained yet. Let's go this way. No, let's go this way. Come on, you little punk. Let's go. I know, you're saying hi. You're saying hi. But yeah, so I'm testing this one out because I have a 14-day return. So I'll probably return it and then get the Mac Studio. But it's like, why is it even that much in the first place? And why can't I get the M4 Max in the Mini? Like, it takes up so little space. I freaking love how tiny it is. And the fan in it is more than adequate for it, though I don't know. I put some load on it where that fan turns on. If you've seen some of the footage, like, I get excited because it's like, oh, I got this thing like cranking under load. So, I mean, I'm pushing it because I really want to know, what is this thing? Because it's not an Intel. It's not an NVIDIA. It's not AMD. What is it? I don't know. Besides being an ARM chip that's really unique and powerful. But is it really? That's where I'm fucking stumped, is like, is it really powerful? Because I feel like it's not as powerful as maybe we're being led on to believe at times. Now, this M series seems a lot better than the M3. This M4 series, I should say, is better than the M3. But I mean, if you're gonna update the CPU literally every year, like, you need to have a fucking program where I return my damn Mac, and maybe it's a lease program. I would be happy to pay $20-30 a month and just give it back to you and get a new one and get a new one and get a new one. You know, or I can upgrade it. That makes a little bit more sense to me than buying it if you're going to update the product. I mean, the M3 lasted like 8 months and then bam, it was a product update. I got the M4 in my iPad Pro. Why can't I use my iPad Pro like a desktop computer? I have no idea. Patrick, there's no flowers. He's like, what a dog pee, dear. Don't tread on me. Come on. Come on. Keep walking. Let's keep walking. But the M4 Pro, if you're going to get a Mac, I would say is probably what you want to start off with. And then from there, you might want to consider, if you have it in your budget or you can finance it, you might want to consider, how's it going? The Mac Studio. Because if you're going to get that M4 Pro, that's in the Mac Mini, unless you're getting a laptop, right? If you're getting a laptop, you know, unless you're doing really basic stuff, which the iPad Air, Amy has the iPad Air, and she's more than content with it. It's fine with that. And I think it is a base model. It might be a level or two above a base model. I don't remember exactly. I don't think I let her get like just a base model, but I really don't remember. But I know it's sufficient. It works. It works. Does it work as well as I recall an Intel version of a MacBook Air? I don't know. I don't think so, but I think it's just really energy efficient, and that's what's really important too. You know, I mean, if you can get a battery to last 14 hours, like that's pretty damn impressive. Look how high this AC disconnect is. Oh, goodness gracious. Bless you. I don't even know why they even install that shit. It's like stupid codes. Just to make shit more expensive. Just to make shit more expensive. You got Ford, you got Toyota, you got Chevy. That's a family with everything. This Denali, it looks clean as fuck though. It does. It's like, what kind of trucks do you like? Not really overly a truck. I had a Chevy, I've had a Ford, I've driven Dodge. I don't think I've driven a GMC. I don't think I've driven a Tundra. Tacomas, yeah. I like the little minis. Those are bomb. Look at this solar system, man. That thing is like old school post mounts. And you got Solar Edge over here with a backup system. Look at that. Like, talk about crazy. You can see it right there. That's the top is the automatic transfer switch, and the bottom is the emergency loads. It's decent, you know, it's as good as it could be. They were working with Schneider Electric on like an all-in-one electrical panel, and I don't know, that shit didn't go anywhere, I guess. It's for new construction. They actually gave me a panel. Yeah. Never got to install it or display it. But hey, that's okay, right? Bless you. Because this is the way. Yeah, my way is the way. Well, the sooner y'all realize that, the better off y'all be. But yeah, Qcells reached out to me the other day. Otherwise, I wasn't probably going to finish the AI tool. I was probably just going to take down the site and rebrand it for something else. But they reached out, and I was like, well, fuck, you know. And they sent me updated pricing, and it's really aggressive. And I'm like, fuck, I want to pass this on to the homeowners then. I mean, it's really aggressive. It could be a little bit better. I think the only way they're going to get it a little bit better is if they implement some automation systems, which I'm happy to work with you guys on. But, you know, you're going to pay. I'm not doing no shit for you for free. So don't call me asking for advice. unless you're willing to pay the invoice every time I send it, because anytime I pick up the phone for you, it's going to be $240 an hour, rounded up to the closest hour. So if it's an hour and 1 minute, I'm charging you for 2 hours. And no, it's not rollover minutes. So just because the phone call hung up doesn't mean you get 59 minutes on the next call. Nope, that was it. So better make it worth my time. You want me to be somewhere? Come out to a facility. Trust me, you need me a lot more than I need you. Because I can help a lot of other businesses. A lot of other businesses. Because that's what I do best, is I help people be better at what they're already good at. And if you're great at something, well, shit, you're gonna be amazing when I'm done with you. That's the God honest truth. Especially with the tools that have available now, AI specifically, especially with, it's like the tech side of the solar space has been probably the most disappointing. That's for sure. But hey, we're seeing less door knockers, which is good. You don't want that. That ain't a stable business model in any way. The consumer should be willing and wanting to come to you and go, hey, I'm ready to make the switch to clean renewable energy because I'm wanting to change it up. I don't want to keep paying a high electric bill, right? I'm not saying everybody has a high electric bill, but the cost of energy is expensive to maintain. The infrastructure is expensive to maintain. Saying that we need to get rid of the utility company and they're screwing everybody over, they're not. You maintain it then. Let me know how much that goes. Are they turning a profit? Yeah, they're turning a profit. Do they pay their employees well? From my understanding, they sure do. They pay them better than most solar companies, and they make sure they got benefits and they got retirement packages much better than most solar companies. Tesla's an exception there. Tesla includes pet insurance. You know how many jobs I've applied at Tesla and I can't get a job there, but I've consulted, done marketing with you guys, promoted the product, sold the shit out of it. So it's good. Don't want to get too close to the enemy, right? But Musk will be back over there soon, and he's going to be mostly focused on SpaceX, XAI, which is part of X, right, the platform. Because that's what he's using it for. He's getting aggregated data. How valuable the data is, I couldn't tell you. That's where it's like, I don't know how valuable your AI module is right now, Musk, because that AI tool is really being manipulated by a lot of fan bots, right? Just a lot of sex workers, right? Women just on there for OnlyFans, right? They're just trying to get more followers and get men to send them money. It's ridiculous. It's like, women, why don't you learn a skill that doesn't require a man? Why don't you learn how to take the $500 they send you, the $1,000 they send you, I don't know how much money they send you, take that money and invest it in something rather than buying a Gucci bag or a Louis or some Christian Dior's or a diamond ring. For crying out loud, invest in the fucking stock market, not cryptocurrency. I can't stand crypto. It's like, you get stupid messages on there about crypto. Oh, I got this stupid algorithm. It's like, fuck your algorithm. Crypto has no rhyme or reason. It really doesn't. And it's not a commodity. It's not anything. Have a good day. It's just a fucking, it was a payment platform. It's what it is, an open ledger for payment transactions to basically put Visa and MasterCard and Amex out of business. So that way you could literally transfer money from one person to another digitally, instantaneously, without there being any fees. Or maybe it'd be a penny. But the goal was to be basically no fees. Hey, here's $100, here's $100. That's it. Now you can't do that, right? We kind of have some workarounds that, sure, you can use Apple Cash and stuff, but some of those things do still have fees, especially if you want it instantly in your bank account, right? You use the Cash App. Okay, cool. They're holding it in cash, so the Cash App gets to hold it. Apple Cash gets to hold it. But the second you want to transfer it to your bank account, well, if you want it next day, What's it going to cost you? Oh, it's like 3%. Why does it cost money to move money? Isn't it digitally being held somewhere? It's not being physically held anywhere. It's just being held digitally. So you're moving it from one digital ledger to another digital ledger. That's what Bitcoin is. It's a digital ledger that's open and public. But yeah, we turned it into a $100,000 commodity, and it's not one. It's like, goodness, go read some shit on Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson. Go read some stuff on Thomas Jefferson. That'll be very helpful. That's for sure. Go in for a pug walk. Take the pug for a long walk. Got his potty out. He's doing good. He's a happy freaking camper. Huh. Happy camper. He's out of breath. It's a little warm, huh? We're almost home. You got a little dingle. You gotta clean him. Wipe up his booty. Do you wipe your dog's paws and booty? Huh? Aren't you taking him on a walk? Do that for Patrick. He's kind of used to it. Likes to get cleaned up. But yeah, I really want people to be able to use my estimate tool. My goal is to just make it as affordable as I can. You know, I'm not a contractor. I'm not trying to be a contractor. I have zero interest in being the contractor. Unless I had some partners and they wanted to work on some of the other aspects of the business. But I'm trying to keep it simple, right? I'm just focusing on what I know I'm good at. And what I'm good at is information. I'm really good at it. I built a lot of tools over the years. I've built EV calculation tools. I've built estimation tools. I've built production tools. I've built a lot of them, and a lot of them are in Excel or in numbers, just general formulas and algorithms. And now I can take that data and those tools and I'm applying it into a website and making it really good for you to figure it out, because it's not easy. And that's why you want someone that really knows what they're doing, you know, and really gives a shit. They're not just going, oh yeah, you're getting an electric vehicle, you're going to need 15 solar panels for that. Did you ask how many miles they drive a year? Did you ask what type of electric vehicle they bought? No, you're just like, nope, this is it. This is going to be your minimum. It's like, no, you don't know a damn fucking thing. Half the time you only need like 4 or 5 panels for your system. If you're driving around 10,000 miles a year, it does depend on the orientation. There's variables, and that's something, again, I'll do 3D modeling, but for right now it's not relevant, right? It's not really that relevant. Most of the time you're buying an oversized system. Ugh. So it's like, thanks, newspaper boy. Ugh. Good job. Made that up on the curb. Yeah, fucking flag. Just gets wrapped up in shit. Come on, Nugs, let's go in this way. Oh, get in there. Goodness. Oh, there's my SolarEdge box from when they sent the demo battery. I did return that, and I sold the N-phase battery. So it's funny, the guy who bought them says his batteries are cracked. He has the case is cracked on one of them. He saw my post, and he's like, this is perfect, because I figured I could just take them apart and then put them in a new enclosure. I'm like, yeah. I mean, you'd think it'd be covered under warranty, but probably doesn't want to deal with it. So don't blame you. Or doesn't want to deal with the installer, who knows? But he was pretty stoked. My idea originally with those batteries when I got them was to try and figure out how to reverse engineer the microinverter software for when Enphase goes out of business. No, I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying. But yeah, that was my initial plan ultimately with those batteries, because that's my biggest concern is what happens when the company goes out of business. They don't work. And Electric Power was one of those companies. They were a battery manufacturer, OEM. It wasn't white labeled. Sorry, I'm hot. It wasn't white labeled. It was their own product. They even had, it was even, I think Panasonic was even gonna use their batteries, and they had another big utility company. But I think something didn't go through right, or one of their orders didn't get filled, or they didn't paid, but they ended up going out of business. And then what happens? Everybody's software is dependent upon a server. It's not locally hosted and operational, so they were gone. That means you had a battery from them, it didn't work anymore. And that is a scary thing to think, that you could spend $40,000, $50,000 and half of that cost could potentially just go down and not be around. That's why I'm like, Qcell, you're safe. Tesla, you're 100% safe. But you know, if you wanted to go with a different brand, I would lean towards Qcell before I lean towards Enphase, before I lean towards SolarEdge, because those guys, they had stocks valued over $200 a share, and they did nothing in regards to evolving their technology, which was rather disappointing. It was really disappointing. And contractors also, like Sunrun, have done nothing to evolve the space. And you got me, little old Wes over here, making a difference. Or Dale, you can call me Dale online. I like to, you know, I'm kind of tired of hearing Dale. That's why I was like, just say Wes these days. But yeah, anyways, that's it for right now. Oh, we gotta clean Patrick up. Patrick, you gotta get cleaned up. He's like, yeah, Dad. Sheesh. What the heck? Lola, you better not start barking. I swear. You start barking. And close that door. Come here, Max. Come here. Thank you. Okay. Put your belly. Good boy. Thank you. You good, girl? You're good. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Please try out my estimate tool and give me some feedback on it, right? I want to know what you think, if it's helpful, if it's comparable to some of the other quotes you got. It doesn't cost you anything to submit for the proposal. You just got to put in your information, and that's it. I'm not going to call you because it's a hassle-free. Like, if you got a proposal and you don't want it, trust me, I'm not calling you to bug you. That's the furthest thing I want. It's supposed to be a hassle-free. So if you want to move forward, you follow the link and you schedule the consultation, and then we build out that proposal with that contractor that you've selected. Right now it's just Axia, but as we continue to grow this, I will be onboarding more contractors in more regions, so there will be more available of this tool to more people and make it more cost effective and viable for more than just people in California, Texas, and Florida. Solar should be available to everyone in every state, regardless of where you're at. And it's just a matter of having the right tool in place so it can be done that way. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and follow me on X, or follow Patrick on Instagram, or just, you know, do what you're doing now.